Welcome to this week's edition of the Dakota Angler 2-Minute Fishing Report. Well, as you can see here, folks, I'm doing a little throwback from our previous logo. This is one of the first shirts that we had made for us when we launched the Ice Institute. And so I thought it was very appropriate for us to wear it because of thinking a bit of cooler weather, because of all the hot air that we've been experiencing the past couple of days, especially over the weekend, to say the least. And that definitely impacted the number of people that were going out. Those that did go out went out early in the day, got off the lake before the heat of the day, and actually had some decent success around the area. The lakes that produce walleyes up in the northeastern part of the state included Bitter, and that seemed to be the majority of where everyone was going. And then other lakes included Opitz, Waubay, Hazelton, Goose, Reed, Big Stone, Indian Springs, North Rush, and then also Clear. Down the southeastern part of the state, the lakes included Dry by Willow Lake, Thompson, Henry, Whitewood, Ponset, a few being caught at Sinai and 81 Ponds, also Madison, North Island, and Twin. And remember, Twin is the trophy lake. The Missouri River continues to do okay, especially on Oahe. You get down in south for Lake Francis Case, the bite's getting a little bit better, but the warm weather definitely kept, turned down the bite just a little bit. So again, as the cooler weather sets back in, I think that bite should improve. Now, what people have been doing to catch the fish? Well, again, typical late summer, late August type of patterns or presentations. A lot of people are trolling crankbaits. A lot of people are using Salmo Hornets, and we have plenty of them on hand, as well as Berkeley Flicker Shads. Now, a lot of other people are switching over to stick baits, especially on Oahe, and we'll talk about that in Todd's Tackle Tips. Other presentations people are doing is snap jigging. A lot of people are using the Hyper Rattle from Acme, or also the Rapala Jigging Wrap. Has been working really well. And then also people are still bottom bouncing with Slow Death, with half crawler or even artificial crawlers, and working really well. And they're using that as a great way to find the perch. They come across the perch bite right there, they stop, anchor, and start jigging for the perch. Other presentations, still some are using jigs and swim baits. Maybe not the real big swim baits, more the 3-inch swim baits have been working okay. But again, here in the next couple of weeks, you're going to start to see those swim baits get larger and larger. As far as the perch bite is concerned around the area, that has been a little bit stagnant other than Big Stone. It really hasn't taken off yet because of the warmer water temperatures. The temperature's warming back up again. But Big Stone continues to be the place to be if you're looking for maybe 7 to 10 inch perch, 10 at the largest at this point in time. Other lakes that produce perch include Dry Lake by Clark, Dry Lake by Willow Lake, and then also Thompson, Whitewood, Madison, a few being caught at Travers, 81 Ponds, and then also Waubay. The bluegill, again, the main story has been Big Stone. A lot of nice bluegill being caught out of there. Other lakes that produce bluegill included Clear Lake, Enemy Swim, Pickerel, Henry, Pahoja, and then also West Okoboji and East Okoboji have also produced some nice bluegill. Now, what have people been doing to catch the panfish? Nothing special. Pilkies or the Haleys, in other words, a drop chain lure has worked really well. And then also the clam pinhead minnows, the Chartreuse Wonderbread, our exclusive color, has worked really well at the same time. Otherwise, just, ice fishing jigs, such as smaller tungsten jigs have been working well underneath the bobber, tipped with a wax worm or a small piece of crawler. In this week's edition of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about Reapers, the Walleye Nation Creation Reapers. Now, before last year, there wasn't too many people that heard of them, but last year really was a breakout year for the Reapers. And the reason why is that they were responsible for catching both state record walleyes within a period of 7 to 10 days. And you couldn't keep the Reapers in stock, except right here at Dakota Angler. We were more than able to stay ahead of that, ahead of the demand, and more people wanted them, and that continues this year. We have the greatest selection, the largest selection that you're going to find of Walleye Nation Creation Reapers anywhere in the tri-state area, or may I even say the Midwest. We also have 12 custom colors that you're not going to find anyplace else other than right here at the store at Dakota Angler in Sioux Falls. For instance, here's one we have used for other baits, the Dakota Angler Bomb, or known as the DA Bomb. I think, again, a lot of people are going to put that in their arsenal. Here's one that's one of my personal favorites, Alice in Wonderland. Again, very unique color. I think it's going to be popular. And then also, I think this is the one that's probably going to be responsible for catching the state record this year, full stringer, stringer full, I should say. A very unique type of color. And again, you can only find these at Dakota Angler or on our website, dakotaangler.com. This time of year is when the bites start switching over to, more of a stick bait instead of more of a shad bait that we saw earlier in the spring, especially on Lake Oahe or the Missouri River system. So again, keep that in mind because we're going to see that bite switch over to these stick baits over the next week or two. And I think, we're poised to break that state record. So if you're wanting to take a chance of that state record, you're going to want to stock up on these Reapers because don't let that Reaper fever hit you without having them in your toolbox. So make sure you order them right now from DakotaAngler.com or stop by here at the store and check out the great selection right here in Sioux Falls. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, all you have to do is send it to me, and you can do that by sending it to Todd at DakotaAngler.com or sending it through Facebook through the messenger. Well, folks, before we end this report, I want to bring you up to date on something. We've been working the past couple of weeks on updating our website, and here pretty soon we're going to be launching the new website, DakotaAngler.com. It's about time that we updated it and made it a little bit easier for you to shop with, and so this past couple of weeks we've done exactly that. So we'll announce the launch here pretty soon, but keep an eye out for the new DakotaAngler.com. If you have any questions about what you've heard on this week's report, feel free to give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, folks. I greatly appreciate it. Stay healthy and always stay safe.